Welcome back. I thought today we could do like a new project start. I'm not really sure what this video is. It's kind of like a knitting podcast, but it's also kind of just like I have a lot of things to show you. So I think I've mentioned in a few of my videos, but over Thanksgiving in 2024, I visited my grandma, and while I was visiting my grandma, she gave me the rest of the yarn that she had in her stash that she cannot use anymore. It's mostly just that she has gotten her arthritis is kind of bad, so she can't use it. So she gave it to me. Some of which it has whips works in progress that I get to finish. Well, I can finish. She said I don't have to, but I'm going to. But so I now have like multiple big bags of yarn. I have like three of these, about one or two like this big. And some of them just have projects in them, and so it'll be really easy to finish them. And some of it's just like it's a bunch of yarn that like doesn't have a use. Um, this project was apparently started by my grandma's grandmother, and it is currently not finished. And she lived to be like 100 or something. Yeah, she lived to be like over 100. Okay, so she's made a lot of things in her life, and she started this. I think they're supposed to be placemats or a table runner. It's filet crochet, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure if there's like a pattern going on or if it's just a repeat. You can't really tell with the color, but there's like a little bit of a pattern going on. So I have the one that she started, and it's with this Luster Sheen knit and crochet yarn. Some of them my grandma started, so they're like, I know what that's supposed to be. Some of them are ones that are my great grandma started. This is the one my grandma started. And she thinks that the pattern's not right, so I might rip this one out if I can write up that other one, because I don't think it'll be that hard to do, to fix, I guess. And then there's just like some baby blankets and some random yarn. There's this one that Gigi was also working on. But I can finish this one. I like have the needle and the yarn, and I'm gonna finish it. We think it's a tailor runner, but we're honestly not. We're not really sure what a lot of this is. So this will be the big project of the year, I guess. Is like the one I'm thinking. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick like one-ish a month. We're gonna pick one project a month, and we're gonna work on it, and we're just gonna finish it. And then when it's finished, I can get rid of it. And by get rid of it, I mean lightly, either ask grandma if she wants it back or keep it for myself or send it to a family member kind of thing. Like, I don't intend to keep all of this because, to be honest, there's a lot here. But it would be nice to finish some of it for her, especially the ones that I think would have more of a sentimental value for her. I also got to go through her needles, and her hooks. So I have some new hooks. I like this one because it's small, but also it was still in the package, so that was really fun for me. And then I picked up some needle sizes I don't have, and some double points I didn't have, and some circulars I didn't have. And I have a couple of crochet hooks around because I also got to go through those. But this one's really neat. So this is a circular needle, but it's made entirely of metal. And so, like, look at it. She said this is either her grandmother's or my grandpa's mother. She had 3 sets of them, and so I got to take one. I don't really intend to fully knit with these. They're mostly just like I thought they were neat, and I was like I would like to hold on to that just in case, just in case. Like, I would like a set just to have. I don't necessarily need to use it. But I have 3 of the big Bed Bath & Beyond. These guys. This guy. All of this is full of yarn. And this one, which is all full of this Red Heart Soft Essential. And I have it in this teal. I have some purple, and I have some in this peony color. I have like 13 in this peony color, which may seem like a lot, but apparently it was on sale at Bi-Mart when my grandma got all of it, and she liked how it felt, and she liked how it worked up a little, and then my aunt went and just like bought it out, so we're not entirely sure. There wasn't really a plan for this, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is make like an Afghan, make something for my bed. I don't know. I think that would be nice to see how many blankets I can get out of it, because then I can give her a blanket and I can have a blanket, and maybe my sister will get one, or my brother. I don't know. Like, just like a blanket of like yarn I got from grandma that you all can have, and you can all have matching little blankets. I don't know if they're gonna like that, but that was initially my plan. So I have a lot. So I'll have a dedicated video where we'll go through all of the bags. But I also got some collars. So I have this one. And these ones. So this one was made by one of my grandma's friend, Tony. And Tony made this. Tony was a Japanese woman who had moved to the States, I think after World War II. And my grandma helped take care of her in her home. And Tony apparently met me when I was a very small child. So grandma thought it was only fitting that I got one of these that Tony made. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, because it's like a nice round circle. So I'm not sure if I want to make it like a shawl, or if I want to like add... It was supposed to be a bedspread, and my grandma was going to put it together, but then Tony passed before she finished all of these like circles that my grandma says she probably got out of a Japanese stitch book, but we're not sure because my grandma doesn't have the book anymore, and so I can't necessarily... I mean, I could replicate it, because they're just roses in a circle. I could probably replicate it and then make like a cute bedspread, but I'm also debating just like making, I don't know, something like a table cloth, because it's mostly finished. Like I could just, I don't know, the edge, you can see the edge. I'm not sure entirely what to make with this, so if you guys have ideas, maybe I'll frame it, because it feels weird to use it when I could stain it, because it's very nice and I don't want to ruin it. And it's not like I can get another one. As you know, it's not like I can get another one. But apparently I met Tony as a small child, and so I got one of them. The last one my grandma had, which was very sweet. And I'm very excited. And then I have some collars. Some more collars. This one has a pineapple stitch. And then I have this one that I thought was really cool. And it's another little collar. And I'm debating adding one of these to the pink sweater I finished in January of this year, of 2024. I'm thinking of adding one of these so that my like nice sweater looks even nicer, because it'll have like a cute little collar on it. But I got those ones, which were very nice of her to give me, and I was like very thrilled. And then I got a bunch of pattern books. I'm gonna open this back up and show you. They're all pattern books that my grandma had in her stash. So they're all patterns printed. More patterns. Lots of patterns. They're not necessarily like super old, I guess. More patterns. And some crochet hooks. They're plastic, but some more patterns. Some of these she had already sent me, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I asked her. And she said, oh, they're just patterns I thought you would like. And I said, well, I do like them. I just wasn't sure if they had projects, because part of it was that some of them... Oh, and then I got this book. The Better Homes and Garden Crochet and Knitting. Very cute, very cute. From 1977. We love... Oh, there's stuff coming out of it. There's just a lot going on in here. But yeah, so I got this guy as well. I have a whole box of crochet thread that I need to go get, so hold on. I also have this. You may be saying, a Sears box for an automatic blanket. Yes. Apparently, Gigi bought a blanket at one point, and now my grandma stored quite a bit of thread in it. So I also have all this crochet cotton, which I am a little thrilled about. I quite like it. I really like this blue one, honestly. This blue one's really cute. And this pink one, for this pink one, I'm thinking of making something for my friend, because she really likes pink, and so I thought it'd be kind of cute to give her like a nice pink little guy. But yes, now I also have this really old box. They don't make them like they used to. Look at this sturdy blanket. Look at this sturdy box. It's quite large too. So that's really fun. That's really fun. And then I got some birthday presents. I finally got an interchangeable needle set. This is the Indian Lakes Artisans interchangeable set. My husband bought it for me for my birthday, and they are wood. This one, there's maple, cherry, and walnut. And they're kind of fun because they're handmade in Michigan with local sustainable trees. He also printed me this little needle gauge, but I'm not sure if it's accurate, so I haven't checked it yet. But they're handmade in Michigan with sustainable wood by a husband and wife duo, and I thought that was really sweet of him. I've been using one of the sets to like work on a project, and I like them a lot. They're also hexagons. They're not circles. They're hexagons. And so I'm very intrigued to see how they work compared to like the circle needles, because I've only ever really used the circular needles, but I've heard like triangle needles are really nice for like tension in your fingers, and so I'm excited to see how these work. But they were a very thoughtful gift. I was not expecting that, because when I told him I wanted interchangeables, I just expected him to just like go online and like buy a ChiaoGoo set. So the fact that he found those was like very sweet of him. He also finally bought me my own copy of Barbara G. Walker Treasury of Knitting Patterns, the first one. So that's a slay. I now have my own copy. I can stop going to the library and being annoying and checking out their only copy of it. And I also finally own blocking mats. And these ones have radial lines, so I can block my wedding veil properly this time. Properly. I can block it. It's going to be amazing. It's still going to take up the same amount of floor, but at least it will be a circle. And then for projects I'm taking into this year, I have this cowl. It's the halibut cowl. I think I'm going to rip it out because I messed up one of the like this little guy. I like messed up really bad. And I'm not really sure I like that. So I might be ripping that out. That was a gift for a friend. It didn't make it to Christmas because I just didn't like how I was knitting it, and I need to print the pattern out so I can like actually track where I am. So that didn't work. And my next one is a cape for my future my brother's partner. So they are getting married in May, and I, after my own wedding, said I would love to make you something. I could make you like a veil, but then I changed it to a cape because I said capes are much more like, neutral, and it's not like you can't wear, like I knit basically a shawl as my veil, so it was like, well, you can make like a shawl kind of like a cape, so I'm knitting them like a cape type thing. That's what I keep calling it. Anyways, so this is the swatch. I originally was going to use the merino I had left over from my veil, but then there was something weird going on, and when we tried to wind it, because I was like, oh, I need this caked up because it's in like a hank, and I was like, oh, I need this caked up, and so I went to my local yarn store and I said, oh, hey, can you help me cake this? And she said, yeah, no problem. At the knit night I was at, and then we spent 2.5 hours because for some reason there was like 5 bajillion ends in this thing, and it was all tangled, and it wasn't like, oh, it just kept breaking. It was like, it was tangled in itself. So I was like knitting with it and I liked it, but I also was like, I don't really like how this feels, like some of it's spun too finely, so it's starting to break itself. And mind you, I did have someone check to make sure there wasn't bugs in it, and the lady I had look, who also goes to Knit Night and knows a lot about fiber, said I don't see any signs of bugs. So it's not like I had bugs in my yarn. And also that's the only one that's ever done it to me, because I had knit with 2 others of that kind of yarn before, so it's just like that one was just random. So I made, here, I'm going to use this as I made this little swatch. It's the fern pattern, and I have this big cone. So I have this cone of, I don't know what it is. It says J.R. Newell MFG.co Inc. style $44.99 waxed something. I know that if I looked it up online, I could probably figure out what it is, but to be honest, I'm not really that invested in finding out what this material is. It's lightweight, so that's all that really matters to me. It's kind of, and then this is blocked, so it's really nice and flowy, and it drapes well. So I'm not that worried about it. But I've started. This is what I have so far. I had to restart it, so I'm going bottom up because I liked how on the bottom of this swatch it like has a little wave. So I'm gonna use this, and then I have some green mohair that's hand dyed by one of the local yarn shop dyer, and so I'm going to use that around the bottom to make like a border, and I'm thinking a cute little ruffle, so it'll have like a ruffle edge in the green mohair, and then I have green seed beads to go with it. But I thought the pearls, if you can see them, the pearls are kind of cute, and I'm hoping that'll work. And I'm using US 6s, 4mm, and I'm assuming this is like a lace weight yarn, so it might work up pretty fast, but this is what 2 days worth of knitting is, and it will grow about an inch or so. But that's my big, this is my big one. I need to finish this by May, but this is hopefully just like the bottom, and I'm thinking it'll block a little bigger because I tried to get it about 30 or so inches, so it might block a little wider so that it can hang nicely from their shoulders. But yeah, I'm quite excited to see how this turns out, and I think I'm going to do the pearls about halfway up, and then the top half, depending, because I've been hand placing the pearls, so we'll see how far I get before I realize that I need to stop placing pearls. But I've been hand placing the pearls on here because this one is like almost, I think it's called a boucle. So it's got one almost like a cotton yarn that goes through the middle, and then there's like this wool-ish yarn spun around it, and I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest, but I think it's a boucle or so, but it's like, I don't know, you can kind of see it. But it's an interesting texture to knit with. Honestly, it's not that bad, and I kind of like having the hexagon needles to knit it with because it makes it just a little bit easier to get through both of them to make sure that I'm not splitting it. But yeah, so that's what I have so far. That's what I've been working on. This is my year project, is all of the bags, honestly. So I think the first one is going to be this pink guy as something to like take my mind off if I need to stop knitting for a minute. I'm going to do this one. I need to work on my tension though, because I think I was getting a little loose tension wise, and I'll show you what it looks like. I think I was getting a little looser tension wise. I was working on it in the car on the way back, but this is what it looks like. We think it's a table runner, but I was getting a little loose, like my tension just felt a little off, so I need to work on that a little. I might have to go down a needle because I think I'm just knitting I'm crocheting too loosely, and I crochet loosely anyways, so that's probably just a me thing. Maybe she had really tight tension compared to me because I'm all over the place. So yeah, I'm gonna attempt to make that one in January. That'll be my January project. And then either that or it's going to be a sweater out of this country blue. Let me tell you about country blue. So it's a toss-up between the pink one and this kind of, like, my grandma really likes this color, okay? It's called country blue. And she wanted a boat neck vest out of it. She only made the back. She hasn't even finished the back. So she started it out of this, I think it was, yeah, she wants like this one. Yeah, a boat neck country blue for grandma. But she wants it in a different stitch. Oh, here's a bigger picture. She wants the boat neck style, but a different stitch on the front. And I know where that stitch is, so I can easily, she printed me like I have like 4 copies of that stitch. But I'm going to do that. So the back is solid. And the back was solid in the original pattern, so the back is solid. So I just need to finish this and then knit the front panel and then seam it all up. So I don't think it'll take that long. So I'm hoping I might try to finish that for her birthday in early February. And I think that'd be kind of like a nice little gift for her, because then she can keep it. Maybe she'll wear it to my brother's wedding. I don't know. If I don't finish it for her birthday, I'm going to try to finish it before then, so I can say, hey, Grandma, why don't you just wear this? Here you go. I made you this really nice sweater that you wanted in that color you think is really gorgeous. And yeah, so then she can have a country blue sweater. But it's a really nice shade of blue. And I think there's going to be a lot, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8. I have 8 of these. I might have enough to make something for myself. And then we can match. I think that'd be really cute, actually. Or I'll make something for Levi and my brother can match her. And that'd be really sweet. But yeah, so that's all that I have. That's everything. This is the big, what I'm planning this year. This is my big goal, is to get through quite a bit of this yarn. So that, one, I have more room in my own stash, and 2, it's not all sitting behind my couch. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. We'll see if I finish one this month. Let's see if I finish one this month. But yeah, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025, and I'll see you guys in the next one.